Good evening. Welcome to 2020 Fleetwood Area High School Quill and Scroll Awards. Tonight we honor those students who have shown outstanding talent in the areas of journalism, business, and art. Awards will be presented by Mrs. Sarah Sanaki, our yearbook advisor, Mrs. Diane Chisdak, our art teacher, Mr. Sean Gaston, our TV media teacher, and Mrs. Kelly Ackerman, our Future Business Leaders of America advisor. Without further ado, I'd like to turn the ceremony over to Sarah Sanaki for inductees into the Quill and Scroll Society.
All right, thank you for joining us. My name is Sarah Sanaki and I am the yearbook advisor at the high school. I'd like to welcome you to our awards ceremony. Thank you for watching. We are going to start with our recognition of Quill and Scroll members. For those of you who don't know, Quill and Scroll is an international honorary society for high school journalists. We honor juniors and seniors who are in the top 1/3 of their class academically and have done excellent work in some form of journalism. Here at our high school, we have 4 forms of journalism. We have yearbook, newspaper, Tiger TV, and the Artifact Literary Magazine. These students are recommended by their advisors to the society for acceptance on a yearly basis and are considered a lifetime member. Fleetwood Area High School has been a charter member of the Honor Society since 1937. This evening, I would like to recognize 6 students from our yearbook staff as either new or returning members to the society. Our new members will receive a pin, and those who are seniors will receive a cord for graduation. First, I'd like to recognize Michaela Calamita, Ashney Gabriel, Sasha Joseph, Mackenzie Miller, and Derek Sadler. We have 1 returning member for her 2nd year of recognition, and that young lady will also be receiving a certificate of membership, Corinne Dietrich. Congratulations to all of you, and now introduce Mrs. Chisdak.
This year's new inductions into the Quill and Scroll are Melinda Alicia, Aaron Foley, Kylie Frayne, Julia Finari, Cara Galisi, Mackenzie Miller, Aiden Rowe, Natalie Chappelle, and Brooke Van Billiard. Each student will receive a pin, and the seniors will also receive a cord to wear for graduation. Congratulations to everyone. This year's returning member and Quill and Scroll is Katie Fanrack, who is our super student who's contributed to everything. Katie will receive a certificate, and definitely congratulations to Katie and her family. I will now turn it over to Sean Gaston.
This year's new inductions into Quill and Scroll are Luke Gilbert, Trevor Rentschler, Griffin Price, and Austin Spencer Russell. Each of you will be receiving a pin, and the seniors will be receiving a cord to wear for graduation. Congratulations, guys. This year's returning member to Quill and Scroll is Owen Long. Owen will be receiving a certificate. Congratulations, Owen.
Next, Mrs. Chisdak will honor students into the National Art Honor Society.
I am here to discuss National Art Honor Society. We have a loving chapter of the National Art Honor Society here at Fleetwood Area High School. And each year, students are involved in, it's a way to get them to be motivated to get their work in, and they also receive an honor here at the end of the year if they maintain all the requirements. The requirements, of course, are having an 85 average in their art classes. Also that they maintain a GPA of above 80, and that, of course, they do community service through art. At some point during this presentation, you're going to see some lovely slides of not only the student artwork, but also some pictures of them doing community service. Some of this community service actually went into our pandemic, and some people made masks and sent cards to seniors in senior homes to kind of cheer them up a little bit. So I've been really pleased at how the students have responded with their art skills to support the community that we live in. So a couple of things that the students are going to get in their award bags. And I want to thank Kara Galisi because she was instrumental in really pushing. She's one of our awards people. And she created a tile, which I would love to be able to show you right now, but you'll each get them. The tiles are a traditional thing that we do at Fleetwood to give to NAHS instead of giving you something we would purchase. These are made in our department, and they are a little tile that are 4x4. And basically they can be used, there's a little hole in the back, you can actually hang it on a wall with other awards that you might get, or simply it could be placed on a tabletop next to you when you create future works of art. So we're really pleased that each person's going to be getting one of these ceramic tiles. Another thing that you're getting is a certificate signed by our lovely principal, Mr. Herman, as well as myself. And what that does is it acknowledges the fact that you have earned that honorary status this year through your art at Fleetwood. And the other thing that you're all going to be getting is a packet of sunflower seeds, which, of course, sunflower seeds, I just, I don't know if I could give you all plants, but I really thought the seeds are even more appropriate for each of you in NAHS because it's a starting point. A seed gets placed in the ground, it gets nurtured with nutrients and water and care, and it grows. And the lovely thing about sunflowers is that if you've ever taken they grow it and you can take the seeds out, you can plant them again, and it can continue to live on. The other thing I really love about sunflowers is that they follow the sky from east to west. They have a strong history of devotion, and it's much like your passion towards art and how you have been able to connect to a force within you that, it's creativity. I don't know what you want to call it, but each of you have followed that force. And just like those sunflowers following the sky, you've connected to that, and you've been able to share and express and inspire others through your excellence in art. So I'm happy that you're all going to be getting these awards, with this, how this is all set up. I'm not sure exactly how you're going to get them yet, but we are working on having a bag available for all of you with your awards. The only other distinction I want to definitely talk about is the cord. Each of our seniors are going to have a special cord that they can wear at graduation. This is a distinctive honor that I'm really pleased that we've embraced here at Fleetwood. Each one is rainbow colored, which, that generally means that you've accepted the wide range of colors, responses that make you unique. And usually what I get to do is, as I place these on my senior's head, I normally give you all a little hug just to say thank you. Thank you for sharing your 4 years or 3 years in the art room. And even if our graduation is going to be different this year, it will be something that you have a little piece of honor. And I wish you all well. That's NAHS 2020.
Next, we have Mrs. Ackerman recognizing students in the National Business Honor Society.
Hello, my name is Mrs. Ackerman. I am one of the business teachers here at Fleetwood Area High School. I also am the FBLA advisor. And so it is my pleasure tonight to introduce to you the recipients for the National Business Honor Society. This year, our FBLA chapter is honored to have 6 new members being inducted into the National Honor Society. The requirements for membership include being a junior or senior, having an active member of FBLA, have taken a minimum of 2 business classes while maintaining a 3.5 GPA in those classes, and maintaining an overall 3.5 GPA in high school. To apply for the National Business Honor Society, each student must submit an application to the national office that lists their future career goals and explains how they plan to accomplish them. They also need to submit a detailed resume highlighting their leadership experience throughout high school and include a transcript and grading scale from the school. The inductees were officially announced at the PA FBLA State Leadership Conference virtual award ceremony held in May. The new inductees will be receiving a certificate of induction and a pin, and the seniors will be receiving graduation cords as well. And so here are our inductees for this year. We have junior Allison Mounts. For seniors, our first senior was inducted last year. This year he is being recognized so he can receive his graduation cords. And we have Jeffrey Klein. New seniors inductees include Michaela Caskey, Michaela Motes, Camille Orth, Bethany Worley, and Matthew Zelko. Congratulations to all of our new inductees into the National Business Honor Society for this year.
Presenting the Tiger Times Recognition Award, Mr. Zachary Halp.
Hello, this is Zachary Halp, English teacher at Fleetwood Area High School, and I am also representing the Tiger Times School newspaper and journalism club and class today. Specifically, as I award the Tiger Times Recognition Award to one very deserving student who participated in journalism during the past year. That student is Mr. Tyler Hartline. Tyler Hartline is a first-year journalist with the Tiger Times, someone who I had a friendship with back when he was a 10th grade student as well. And he was someone who in the last several years I've seen grow enormously. To develop into a wonderful young man and a very hard worker, and certainly someone who every day he walked into the newsroom would come in with a positive attitude that was always striving to build other people up and make the best of bad situations when they arose. As I said, he was an incredibly hardworking individual. In fact, sometimes I was worried that he was off task, but it was just that he seemed to be ahead of schedule on everything that he was doing. Because he was so devoted to what the goals were at the Tiger Times and what we were trying to accomplish and the news that we were trying to convey and so on and so forth. Hartline, quite surprisingly to me, has aspirations to be a racehorse trainer in the future. He currently is employed at Giant Food Stores where he's holding down the fort during this quarantine. And he's the kind of young man who I'm always pleased to see walk through my classroom, and I always regret to see walking out of my classroom at the end of his high school career. He sort of made a name for himself, writing lots of sports-centered articles. He is an athlete himself, and that seemed to be the genre in which he truly shined. And one of the great things that sort of arose around Mr. Hartline during the course of the year was to see how he increasingly began to cultivate these very thought-provoking conversations on current events in the world. He seemed to grow in his interest in politics and world affairs and so forth during his tenure in the Tiger Times classroom. And it's something I think that made him a better reporter and a better human being. And certainly I have the highest esteem for him, and I expect great things from him in the future. So once again, I'd like to present the award for the Tiger Times Recognition Award to Mr. Tyler Hartline. Thank you.
Presenting the Artifacts Editors Award, Mrs. Diane Chisdak.
This particular award is something we started right after we decided to have a fine art literary magazine at Fleetwood. Artifact is meant to be sort of a yearbook of the art and writing and any kind of creative endeavor that we have in a school year. We always have to have really strong leadership in order to make that happen. This year, Katie Fanrack and Aiden Rowe were our lead editors. It was their vision and their technical skill that really focused what we needed to do. This particular issue, the theme is about being connected, having empathy. And what's really ironic about all of this is that now here at the end of the year, we are isolated and we may not be as connected and we may need to have a little bit more empathy and understanding of each other. The other theme that is part of Artifact is our appreciation of the earth. And of course, it was part of the earth and part of science that created this virus to begin with. So I really think it's ironic that this was our theme for this year. I'd like to think that my two students were prophetic in coming up with this, but as all artists do, we adapt and we interpret, and the things that are coming into our magazine are going to represent that kind of thinking. Anyway, so it's Katie. She's our theme editor. It's her idea to keep, or her goal to keep an eye on what we're doing in the magazine. She is well read. She is someone who has a very strong passion for the department. She is someone I lean on a regular basis, and I'm going to greatly miss her. Aiden, it's your technical skill, and he's going to go off to school to work with communication design, and it is his technical ability that's going to be able to help us continue to make Artifact during this time. We've been working through Google Slides, and the students have been submitting their art. We've been almost at least once or twice a week. We've been able to look at what students are putting in, and we should be able to publish a hard copy issue in the fall based on their efforts this spring. So it is with the greatest of pride that I would like to mention Katie and Aiden as being our head editors of Artifact this year. And again, they will each be receiving a sketchbook so that they can further continue their love of art and writing as they move forward to their next steps in life. I'll miss you both.
Presenting the Tiger Paw Award, Mr. Sean Gaston.
The Tiger Paw Award is given to the student or students each year who have consistently worked toward the success of Tiger TV. These students have made major contributions of time and talent toward the Media and Communications Department. This year's Tiger Paw Award goes to Austin Spencer Russell. Austin plans to study film in college, and I know that he's going to be successful because he understands what it takes to quote unquote make it in this industry. Congratulations, Austin.
Presenting our yearbook awards, Mrs. Sarah Sanaki.
Hello again. I have the opportunity to recognize my yearbook staff members through the Tiger Tail Recognition Award. This award allows me to celebrate the staff and their efforts both in and out of the classroom, since yearbook is one of the most demanding courses any child could decide to take. Our book is a state finalist and also has won national first place awards over the last 13 years. These students are not remiss of those things. They are participating even from home. Each student will receive a staff t-shirt once our production reopens. I'm also going to be giving each of the students a special gift. I'd like to recognize the following students. Sabrina Aguila, who is our copy editor. Kaylee Bergen, who is our secretary, and this is also her second year on staff. Michaela Calamita, who is our photo editor. Corinne Dietrich is our head editor and is also participating for her second year. Ashley Gabriel is our treasurer and also a second year member. Kayla Himmelreich is our copy editor. Sasha Joseph. Keely Kincaid is one of our section editors. Alex Kranis is one of our photo editors. Mackenzie Miller is also a section editor. Elizabeth Ramsey. Derek Sadler, also a section editor. Summer Shock, and Connor Stewart. Thank you all for everything that you've done so far, and I can't wait to see the book come to completion.
Presenting the Kylie Stewart Yearbook Award, Mrs. Sarah Sanaki.
Lastly, I am truly honored to give one very special award, the Kylie Stewart Yearbook and Quill and Scroll Award Scholarship. Is a $500 scholarship given to a senior that has actively enjoyed working on the high school yearbook staff and is also a member of Quill and Scroll. This year, I would like to recognize our head editor for her determination, both in school as well as during quarantine while she's working full-time, Miss Corinne Dietrich. Thank you so much for all that you've done.
I would like to congratulate each student on their unique talents and abilities. As well, I would like to thank the dedicated teachers who are willing to give of themselves in pursuit of preserving the arts and the written word. And to each parent who spent time proofreading, critiquing, encouraging, and supporting these creative individuals. Each of you have been honored this evening and are helping to create a positive atmosphere and culture in our school. And I have no doubt that you will continue to impact the world through your writing, through your art, and most of all, through the sharing of your talents to inspire and to inform. Congratulations.